Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to my channel, Ballstall Boys Towers. I'm feeling very nice, bright, and cheery, and I've been putting quite a few thousand words into my second book. Now, I did promise you guys yesterday I'll do a quick video on Jack Holmes and Micky still, but I just haven't really haven't had the time. I've just sent Jimmy J and E a voice note and explained like what I've been doing over the last few days. But yeah, that's what I've been doing, guys. I've been putting a few thousand words into my second book, and as I said before, it takes so much out of me because I've got to put myself back down them old roads, and all them thoughts and feelings come flooding back to me. But in this second book, there's going to be not no stone left unturned whatsoever. It's all going to be about how me and my gang got taken down by a paid informer, which was working for Barnes flying squad and Tower Bridge flying squad, and it was a very cunning move how they took us down in the end. And but the grass what actually took us down, he'd come on. I took him on about 10 different bits of work going across the pavement, so he got a bit of bird too. But it's all to come out in my second book. It's all going to be unravelled in my second book. It's very hard hitting, and yeah, I've kept names out for legal reasons, obviously, because I don't want to get no one arrested. I don't want to get arrested myself again. Not that you can these days for double jeopardy, but and I did get sentenced for all of the armed robberies which I committed, allegedly. But yeah, that's what I've been doing, guys, over the last few days, and the reason why I'm doing putting so much into my second book, is because of this reason. My first book, which took me a good few years to do, I put on Amazon, quickly put it on Amazon, and I was very disappointed in the outcome of the funds, what they were sending me. They're still sent, like, even today. You're lucky if you get £10, £15 a month for it. And considering how long that book took me, it's very disheartening. So with my second book, I'm going to hold it back, and I'm going to try my hardest to get it published through a proper publishing house. I know John Blake Penguins, he's a good chap, and I know one of his very good mates, which is a very good friend of mine, called Noel Razor Smith. He's a good author, sells quite a few books, and that's his link, is John Blake. So hopefully Noel will help me out, Razor will help me out on this second book and get it published, because I'm relying on getting it published, because the reason for that is because I'm skint. I'm not everything I do is voluntary. So yeah, where it's took me a good part of like 2 to 3 years to write my second book, a nice down payment is what I need to get me on my feet, and obviously keep me going until I can write my third book, because that's my aims, that's my goals, to carry on writing books and to inspire others and to put awareness out there. That's what I'm doing. Not for 1 minute am I glamorising crime. And if you read my book, you'll see exactly what goes on behind the scenes of living a life as a career criminal, and what happens in prisons, and what happens when you take drugs and things like that. I've got plenty of posts on that, guys. But yeah, that's what I've been doing over the last few days, guys, putting words into my second book and putting everything I've got into my second book. I'll just hope and pray that this time Razor can help me out and get this published, because I know for a fact that as soon as a publisher gets his hands on my book, the stories are so hard hitting, they're so true, they're so real, and it's going to grip so many people that it's got to be published. There's no crime selling publishing houses what won't take my second book on, but it's just getting that first step on that ladder to get it published and to get that help what I need. I know that Noel helped another friend of ours called Ray Bishop from South East London. He wrote a book, and obviously he was skint, and yeah, Noel helped him out, got it published, and he got a nice down payment. And with that down payment, I believe he put it into business, a scaffolding business or something like that. So yeah, that's my plans, that's my destiny, and this is my journey so far, guys. And to be here where I am today, telling you these tales and talking to you the way I am, it's taken a hell of a lot of work to do, to beat addiction, to beat going through them prison revolving doors, and to change my life, to change my mindset was far from easy. But it's been a struggle, but it's something which I'm so glad I've achieved, and I'm so glad that I'm here today as a reformed person, as a drug-free person, and I've got a lot of potential, and it won't be long, hopefully, before someone picks up, a film producer or someone picks up on my story and wants to turn my old lifestyle into a film or into a documentary. And there's money there again. It's all about the power notes, and that's what I need nowadays, guys. Because it's all right working voluntary and helping other people, but you do need money in life to move on, and to help you along the way. I've got big plans. I want to put that money into a business, and that's my journey. My business will be to open up a homeless shelter for the homeless. Me and my missus, it's our passion and our desire, and we still go out now feeding and clothing the homeless. But that's my goal, guys, to get a nice down payment for my second book, because I've put so much hard work. I've put blood, sweat, and tears into this second book. It's took me a few years to write, and I've been there for many hours during the day on the PC writing it. I actually started writing it at 10 o'clock this morning. I've only just finished now. So it's not easy writing a book. If anyone thinks it's easy, then everyone will be doing it. It is very, very hard, because I haven't got no help like a lot of other authors have. Their book gets proofread, it gets edited, and it gets chaptered, and they get help from the professional people. I've got none of that whatsoever. I'm doing it all myself. And if anyone is jealous of that, then I'm afraid to say that you're a bit of a waste person, because how could someone be jealous of what I'm doing? Do you know what I mean? After all the hard work and everything what I've put into writing my second book, I haven't got people behind me to write my second book or to tell my stories. It's all done from my heart. It's all done for myself on a computer, and I'm spending many hours during the day working on my second book, guys. So let's just hope I'll get a nice break, and yeah, that's the end result, guys. But anyway, I will be uploading some content at some stage today talking about the Essex boys. Well, not so much the Essex boys themselves, but talking about Micky Steele. Because I was away with Micky in HMP Whitemoor in 2001. Sorry, my phone just went again. I keep doing it, don't I? Yeah, I was in Whitemoor back in the day. I think it might have been 2001, 2002. I ain't 100%, don't quote me on that, because I've done so much fucking bird. I do get my times and dates mixed up and years mixed up, where I've lost so many years being behind the slammer, being behind the door. But yeah, I was away with Micky Steele and Jack Holmes. We was all in Whitemoor together. We used to walk around the yard together, and we used to have a lot of laughs walking around the yard. But I'm going to leave that one for a bit later on today, because it ain't just going to be the case of walking around the yard having a laugh and that's all I know about him, because I've got some quite good content, and it's got to be said properly in the right way, because I know that Jack's home now, and he'll be listening to my podcast and he'll be tuning in. So yeah, the reason why Jack, I will get this one out there quickly. The reason why Jack Holmes is out a long time before Micky Steele, many other inmates know the same as me. Yami knows, and Stevie Gillen, Razor, we all know. Look, when we was in Whitemoor with Micky Steele, they tried to put him on courses, so victim awareness courses and anger management courses and things like that. And Micky refused to do any courses, because the minute you do them courses, you've got to admit your guilt, basically. And they're still saying they're not guilty today. So that's the reason why Micky hasn't come out and Jack has come out, because not that Jack's confessed to doing these crimes, but he's definitely jumped through the hoops. He's definitely done all the courses, and went through the system and got out the right way. And that's why Micky's still away. Or I don't know if he's out yet, actually. Don't quote him on that neither. But that's why Micky done a lot more bird than Jack, because he wouldn't do no courses. And that's why many lifers and IPP inmates are not out of jail today. I know a few people what got like IPP sentences with a 2-year tariff, and they're still in there 14 years later, and that's because of they won't do no courses and keep getting positive piss tests for opiates. That knocks lifers back years at a time, you know. But yeah, it's down to that blanket what brought the IPP sentence in. That's the worst thing they ever done. And I honestly believe that like IPP sentence, all them what got punished under the IPP sentence should most certainly be out of jail by now, because they've abolished that sentence now. But that's another podcast what I'm going to talk about altogether and all. Have a nice day, guys. Peace. You can see I'm on form.